What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Basement Monsters podcast. I'm Ivan Vargas. That's Luke Nettles. Dude, it looks like it might be a close one.
Well, for you, let's hope.
Let's hope.
Yeah, it's a couple bad decisions by Fuller, a couple over, Mooney, a couple high balls on his part. Those came. If you caught those,
on Foles, yeah.
Yeah, I think if you caught those, you're probably in a little bit better position. Montgomery probably needs to step it up a little bit.
I think you need to keep going to him.
Yeah,
like they were doing something with attacking the middle of that defensive line of the Colts, and then they kind of they went away with it a little bit. My thing is my take from the first half of this game is, where's the defense stepping up? Like, the defense is making mistakes. Like they've come up short on 2 picks. Khalil Mack, you got to catch that ball, dog. You got to catch that ball in the red zone.
And, I mean, you're going against a pocket passer. Like, he's not going anywhere.
He's not going anywhere.
So that just goes to show you that the Colts O-line is pretty good.
They are good. And then, Roquan on the sideline in the end zone, he foot happens to be out of bounds. I mean, give credit to the Bears defense. They've held them to 3 points in their past 2 scoring drives. But you need more. You need more. You need more pressure in the face of Phillip Rivers. And you need to get on offense. You need to get that the defense needs to get itself off the field, which is weird to say. The defense needs to put in some work, because the offense has only had 27 minutes of all. Not even that.
27 offensive plays.
27 offensive total plays for the Bears. That's not enough. No. How can anybody get in a rhythm with 25? Just 25. Come on. You have to step it up on defense. The penalties need to stop. 2 huge penalties on that last drive put them in position to kick the field goal.
And they're lucky it was over.
And on both of them, they were on 3rd down. The Bears need to get off the field on 3rd down. It's been killing me. Right now, we're going to go ahead and bring in our buddy from the Humidor Sports Podcast, Lucky Lefty. Lucky, bro. Like, what the hell is going on right now?
Man, I can't call it. I don't know what's going on, man. Big 3rd downs, giving up too many third down conversions. Offense just look out of sync. I don't know what it is, but I don't know the play calling. I'm still a little skeptical about. I don't like the sideline stuff that Nagy tries to pull. It gets a little too cute. I think you got to go. I think you got to go up the gut.
You know what? Me and Luke were just talking about that. Why are we staying flat? Why aren't we going vertical? Like you said, this offense is supposed to become a vertical offense with Nick Foles. You took Mitch Trubisky out for that reason. Why are we still going flat and short?
Exactly. And a couple of times they did go long. Mooney had the 1 catch, but Patterson almost made a great catch. But guys have been open, so the shots are there. I mean, shots are definitely there.
Oh, they're there. Right now, we're going to go ahead and bring in our other buddy, Brandon Suarez from the On Tap Sports Net. Brandon, what's going on, man? Like, it was frustrating to say the least on offense, and then you have the defense that they're bend but don't break, but we don't want to see that. We need turnovers.
Yeah, and I mean, you brought it up right when we started the show. I mean, Khalil Mack, you got to bring that catch in. That would have been a plus territory red zone turnover that would have definitely put points on the board. The offense is not executing, and I honestly, it's kind of like what we talked about a little bit before the game. We kind of thought that they might, like the script that Matt Nagy called for this game was absolute trash. Throw it in the dumpster, don't ever use it again. Yep. But this isn't the same offense that we saw in the second half, except for the Allen Robinson and the Darnell Mooney play. Shout out to Lefty for calling that before the game. But, I mean, it's just nothing is clicking right now. Obviously, the Colts defense came to play. They know that if they get pressure on Nick Foles and they don't give him a pocket to throw from, it's going to become difficult. The one thing that you guys brought up as well is, while we do have a few sacks, like I said, Phillip Rivers is a cement mixer. There's no reason why we shouldn't be in his face creating havoc. And then, I've seen a lot of blitzing, and Luke, like you talked about it, we can blitz, we can send extra pressure, but you have to make sure man on man, big on big, that your corners, your safeties, and your linebackers are there to pick up the slack. And I've seen several plays where Roquan's a couple steps behind, Fuller's a couple steps behind, Jackson was a couple steps behind, and then even our guy Johnson, like right after Johnson got burnt, I can just hear
Brandon, me and Luca were talking. Pascal's been sitting in the middle of the field the entire game. Pascal
Johnson got it back on that one in the end zone with a nice rip.
Exactly.
Move, but
he looks like he's running to a spot and sitting, and they're just playing catch. That's how it looked the first half with Pascal. And who the hell is Pascal?
Zach Pascal.
I'm expecting Ty to beat us. Who the hell is Pascal?
Exactly.
There needs to be an emphasis on defense. They need to turn it up, because right now they're at a point where you could still be embarrassed. You could still get embarrassed. The Colts are good enough to embarrass you if you don't come up firing on all cylinders in the second half. Luke, I know you had a couple of points with the Colts defense, but I know they look good. That last year, the Bears field goal drive, their only scoring drive so far, they were giving up big plays, but that was because of what? They ran the football, and then they used the play action.
Yeah, and I mean, like they have a great defense. Like their defense is like, it doesn't jump out at you on paper, but like the guys just like, you know, like they were showing during the game, they were just showing the diagrams of how these guys move, and like they're
all like, going to the ball. They flow to the ball.
It's a cohesive unit. Like everybody's doing their job. Nobody's trying to get, nobody's stepping out. The other thing on top of that is, with Naeem and
Jonathan Taylor,
man, like those guys, you're going to get a heavy dose of that right now coming up. So
we'll see
how they adjust.
I wouldn't be surprised. And lucky, as like we was talking about earlier, that running game, like you need to continue that running game. I thought they went away, and like you said about running plays equal to, even with the line of scrimmage. Why are we continuing to I think we need to go full speed ahead at this defense. Why are we going ahead and doing reverses? Why are we swinging passes to Anthony Miller on a wide receiver screens? Those are Tariq Cohen plays, and Tariq's not there.
Nagy's known to get cute. He's known to get a little too cute. This Colts defense is too much speed. You can't go sideline to sideline. You pretty much got to buckle up, go between the tackles, man. Just keep going up the gut, loosen it up. Hit him with a few more play action, because the play action was there. That the big catch to Robinson, the play action was right there. I think you got to just keep attacking them between the tackles, and then take those shots. Take those shots. You're only down 10. I mean, Rivers isn't playing lights out by any means. So there's no not out of the game. Just hope some adjustments are made on offense. But you got to do something, man. You definitely got to do something.
Brandon.
Yeah, and I just think it's the same song and dance ever since the beginning of last season, where the first half, I don't know what it is, they just don't come out firing. Hopefully they'll be able to pick it up. Like Lucky said, it's only a 10-point game, 2 possessions. We get the ball to start the half, so it should be, we need to put points on the board right away. We put points on the board, then we're talking. The defense, like you said, it has been bend, don't break, and we got to thank them a lot, because this game could very well be like 20-3. So for them to keep us in the game, to keep it only a 10-point game, hats off to them. I was a little taken aback by the Cordero Patterson penalty. I didn't really understand that one. I know you're not supposed to take your helmet off, so I think that might be it. Like when you're in between the chalk, you got to keep your helmet on no matter what. But I know for a fact that this defense will pick it up in the second half, but it starts up front. On both sides of the ball, we're not getting the push that we need up front, and this is one of those teams, like we said at the beginning, that is a star-studded cast on the offensive line. We need to be able to get penetration. We need to keep sending blitzes, but then at the same time still be true in our coverage, because there has been a few lapses, and there has been a few times where I've seen Jackson here, I've seen a corner here, and I've seen the ball right here. So,
definitely. And you know what? It needs to be the defense. Colts get the ball coming in, starting the second half, and the defense is on the field again. They need to step up. They need a stop. They need a big stop, not a stop in your own territory, not a stop in your own red zone. They need a stop, maybe a 3-and-out, a quick 3-and-out. I think that'll give the offense some motivation coming into this second half. But I don't know what they're doing.
I still think Rivers due to give it up. He's definitely due for a pick. He's been close twice.
He had you two in the first half, but they just didn't want to have it that way.
Right. What? And Armando Lara Jr. He said, the refs are calling some ticky-tack stuff, and I agree. And me and Luke were talking about this before. Where's the holding calls? Anywhere.
Yeah, any game.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
There are no holding calls, and I'm looking at it. And we're looking at it obviously at live, and then we see the replay, but. there's too many times I'm looking at it live and then seeing the replay, and it's still the same thing.
But it also goes to point out earlier when we were watching that first game when it showed the record that they had set, where there's more points in the NFL scored this year than any other.
Right.
And, I think taking to those, letting those calls fall down, not looking at them. Of course, you're going to get more offense.
Letting Khalil Mack get triple teamed, but being tackled at the same time. One wrapped around his waist, one on his arm, the other one like on his back, and there's no call. And I think that's a huge part of it. I don't want to be pointing fingers at the refs because the Bears need to execute on offense. But some of those plays could have helped the Bears out, and they could have all over the league. It could have helped out. Well,
that hit on Foles' knee. For them to pick that flag up was ridiculous to me.
Yes,
that was ridiculous.
Where was left?
That was ridiculous,
guys. Where was the push? He already beat James Daniels. He was
already going towards the leg. He was already going to the knee.
Into his leg, and he went right into his
already
leg.
going to the knee. Yeah, so definitely was a terrible play call.
It's that inertia.
That call on the refs.
Yeah, that inertia, guys. Real quick, Lefty, Lefty Brandon, Lefty, start off. Give me for your predictions for the second half. What do the Bears got to do to win?
I think you got to start attacking downfield. Forget the little sideline stuff. The defense is a little too fast. The linebacker core, everything. You got to go after those DBs. Let Allen Robinson and those guys loose. Mooney with the speed. You got to take some shots early. Definitely got to take some shots early.
Yeah, and I think to kind of echo that, if you look at just the way they've been able to move the ball, especially that one drive where we were able to come away with points on, they attacked down the field. They were aggressive. They weren't doing all these ticky-tacky plays where they're getting, 4 or 3 yards at a time. I do think you should expect to see a decent dose of Montgomery in the second half as long as the game is close. But obviously it's got to be a pass-first attack, and then we need the defense to be the Chicago Bears defense of 2018. We need at least 2 turnovers. I know Roquan had his foot on the line, and I don't know what Khalil Mack had. He must not have had enough stick him on his hands, but we need those ones to fall our way. We're a couple breaks away from this being our game, and there's definitely a lot left there to be out on the table.
Definitely.
I agree. Hopefully they buckle down and they shut out the Colts offense like they've done to the Lions. They've done to the Falcons in the second half of the games that they came back in. All right, guys, I'm going to let you guys go. Second half kickoff just went underway. Colts have the ball. This has been the Basement Monsters podcast for Lucky Lefty and the Humidor Sports podcast, and for Brandon Suarez and the On Time Sportsnet. That's Luke Nettles. And I'm Ivan Vargas. This is the Basement Monsters podcast. We'll get to you guys in the post game. Hopefully the Bears win. Bear down. We'll see you guys.
Bear down.
I just heard my favorite band is in town. I'd love to get good seats, but everywhere I've looked, the ticket sites have crazy service fees.
Haven't you heard of TixSplits?
Who?
TixSplits. They don't gouge you with crazy fees. The price they advertise is the price you pay, plus a small delivery fee.
Never pay service fees again. Go to TixSplits.com today. TixSplits.com. Guaranteed seats, low prices. That's TixSplits.com. Every ticket, every venue, everywhere.